Hello, good afternoon. So we'll start the launching event now. And thank you for participating online, and also thank you for participating here, coming to the MEA office. And now I will briefly introduce the agenda of the event. So today we have participants from international guests and Mongolian guests here as well, who are participating online as well. So today's agenda is I'll introduce the agenda briefly. After that, we will have an EvalYouth Mongolia chapter introduction presentation, which will be presented by our EvalYouth Mongolia chapter founders and co-leaders who are also MEA members. MEA is the Mongolian Evaluation Association. And we will have video greetings from international community of evaluators. After that, we will have an inspirational speech from MEA board members. And Ivalyiouth will present the linkage of MEA and EvalYouth Mongolia chapter in a presentation. After that, we'll have a Q&A, which is an open discussion. And then we'll have a closing remarks. So I would like to welcome on the floor our colleagues, Mr. Sogot Engdendarch and Ms. Sogot for the presentation about EvalYouth Mongolia chapter.
So has the slide moving? The slides not moving. Уг нь эндээ хөдлөд байгаа байхгүй юу? It's moving right now. Эндээс нь анимашн явахгүй шүү дээ. So where were we at? Oh, we need this one. Okay. Oh. Okay, so
Make sure it's moving.
due to technical issues, we have to start from the beginning. Okay, so the starting point of EvalYouth Mongolia was World Evaluation Case Competition, which is followed by Small Grants Project. This is when we understood the importance of EvalYouth establishing National EvalYouth chapter, and that led to the birth of EvalYouth Mongolia. And yeah, in order to participate in the World Evaluation Case Competition, I first needed to form a team. Good. Okay, so I first needed to form a team. Unfortunately, it was quite difficult for me because whenever I approached students, they were kind of reluctant and intimidated because they simply didn't know anything about the evaluation. So I turned to Mongolian Evaluation Association, and Ms. Bittenschmidt found me really reliable members. And with their help, I finally managed to form my team and participated successfully, which was quite unexpected. And the first thing was that it motivated us to take the field of evaluation seriously. And the second thing was that we realized that establishing, maybe organizing the same event in Mongolia should be our next stop, because it not only ignited the competitive nature and spirits among the youngsters, but it also helped popularize the field of evaluation among the youths as well. So, okay, so with that in mind, I propose the idea of organizing a National Evaluation Case Olympiad, which is similar to World Evaluation Case Competition. And my colleague Onstik also proposed an idea of ensuring the accessibility and availability of the resources to freelancers and whoever interested in evaluation. So with those two main activities, we applied for a small grant project for YAEs. And in the process of doing so, yeah. Gitu. Okay. We understood that establishing a national EvalYouth chapter is super duper important. It provides us opportunity to broaden network with international YAEs, and it will enable us to have more engagement with the youth in Mongolia. So we kind of realized that establishing a national EvalYouth chapter is equivalent to opening a new door to us. And in this slide, I want to share my thoughts on MEA. Because I consider myself and the other co-founders and co-leaders of EvalYouth Mongolia to be like a piece of puzzle scattered around. And in this case, Mongolian Evaluation Association played a vital role in connecting us. And for example, these learning sessions done by our co-founders and co-leaders, it actually provides us opportunity to learn from each other. And with this, we finally able to connect with each other and met each other. So with this help, we finally united and assembled to jointly establish the EvalYouth Mongolia chapter 5. And thank you for the introduction. For the next, presented by Ms. Onstik.
Okay. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning all. And I want to say sorry that we had some technical problems, and if it's taken you longer than expected, we will make sure that we will finish it on time. And so now I'm going to introduce about our sign-up plans. We are going to take action in the next years. So let's start. Okay, so in 2023, we are going to start our initiation in our chapter's activity with the EvalYouth Mongolia Evaluation Week in Mongolia. Actually, last November, our team applied to the EvalYouth Youth in Evaluation Global Week, and we successfully selected for the Youth in Evaluation Week, and we are going to implement 4 types of activities during the Youth in Evaluation Week. And the first one is evaluation bootcamp. During the Youth in Evaluation Week, we are going to start the launch of national first Olympiads in Mongolia, and we start register our competitors, and then we are going to implement the summer bootcamp in summer in Mongolia. So also on this activity, we are going to have our international partner from American University. They will join us and share their experiences and improve our capacity. Yeah, and so the second one is that we are going to implement an awareness raising activities, which is focused for the universities in Mongolia. We are planning to organize a living library activity and visit one of the 3 large universities in Mongolia and introduce our EvalYouth chapter, MEA, and introduce our National Olympiad of Evaluation. So we are expecting for this activity, it can build awareness raising and also like strengthen their knowledge about evaluation in Mongolia. And the third activity that we planned is manifesto and standard signing event. And actually the manifesto and standard has been established last year during the global evaluation activity. And as of now, there are over 500 active organizations and individuals are joined and signed this manifesto. This is its main goal is to enhance and to improve the meaningful participation in youth in evaluation. So we are going to implement this in Mongolia and introduce this manifesto and standards to international organizations, government organizations, and other potential partners in Mongolia. So actually we have, at the moment, we plan 32 partners. So in person and maybe virtually we meet them and invite them to join us by signing the manifesto and the standard. And then the last activity that we are going to implement during this Youth in Evaluation Week is capacity building activities. In collaboration with the American University, we are going to conduct a 3-day training for our YE members. And our planned topics for these trainings are mainly related to career and evaluation, and also main basic understanding of M&E, etc. So this will be the first kind of accessible and evaluation training for young and emerging evaluators in Mongolia, like that we are bringing the international partners, and also our board members of MEA will conduct the training. And apart from this Youth in Evaluation Week, we have some other activities in our mind. For example, of course, we would hope that we will going to have more youth members in our chapters and broaden our network in Mongolia with other youth organizations. And also we are planning that more youths will be participated and engaged in the future global competitions. And also we are going to plan or actually support at least one of our youth members, like to get a scholarship, and they attending the trainings by IPDATE in 2013. And also we have a plan to cooperate with other youth organizations such as Derek Foundation. Yeah, and by this slide, we can see that our main key areas of activities are divided into 2 separate groups, which is one is improving the engagement and one is increasing the awareness. So by improving the engagement and knowledge and skills, we are planning to have some knowledge building activities as well as experience and know-how sharing activities. By knowledge building activities, we are going to participate our other international network and chapters groups, conferences and academic meetings. And also we are planning to have at least 1 or 2 of our members attending international trainings. And by experience sharing activities, we plan to have open discussions and invite other experts and organizations in Mongolia and from international partners. So this will help us to broaden our network and also like can build our capacity and increase by increasing the awareness activities. We are targeting for two main groups. One is of course the youths, and the other one is the organizations in Mongolia. And by youths, we are focusing the students, young professionals in Mongolia, and there's new graduates. The organizations can include, of course, it will include the government's organizations and decision makers, and also programs and projects being implemented in Mongolia by international donors, and also international organizations that conduct programs and projects, whatever in Mongolia, and also private sector, also our focus to collaborate. And the final one is evaluation, educational institutions. So here is our main planned areas for the future. Yeah, and thank you for your attention and for your time.
Thank you, Sogra and Boga, for your informative presentations. Now, per agenda, I would like to move on to the video greetings from international community of evaluators. The first greeting is from the Dr. Michael and Ms. Sharma. So we'd like to share the video greetings from the international partners. So Dr. Michael Quinn. Dr. Michael Quinn Patton is the past president of American Evaluation Association, founder of Utilization Focused Evaluation, Principles Focused Evaluation, and Blue Marble Evaluation. Ms. Chairman Campbell Patton is a director of Organizational Learning and Evaluation, Utilization and Focused Evaluation, and Blue Marble Evaluation. Dr. Michael, he has authored numerous books on evaluation, including Blue Marble Evaluation, Principle Focused Evaluation, Facilitating Evaluation, and Developmental Evaluation, and Utilization Focused Evaluations. Okay, let's see the video greetings from the international.
Today from Minnesota, where we have an abundance of cattails, as you'll see behind me.
And I'm joining you from Minnesota, but with a global perspective as part of the Blue Marble Evaluation Network.
And one of the key pieces of work that we have been doing through Blue Marble Evaluation is looking at the importance of intergenerational evaluation. And Michael is my father and my mentor and has been doing evaluation for over 50 years and brings deep historical knowledge and deep understanding of what's been done and how things have worked, and has provided me a foundation from which to build. But as a relatively newer evaluator to the field, I feel like I've been able to contribute many new perspectives, a deep commitment to social justice, and I welcome more new and emerging evaluators who really have so much to contribute, new perspectives, new ideas. And it's important to balance those with what we've done before as a field and understand where we've come in order to think about where we can go together. And so we're really excited to welcome you young and emerging evaluators to the profession and to our global network. We want to congratulate you and look forward to collaborating with you and supporting you on your journey.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Michael and Ms. Chairman. Our next video greetings is from Dr. David Fitterman. Dr. and Professor David Peterman is the president and CEO of Peterman and Associates. It's an international evaluation consulting firm. He is a past president of American Evaluation Association. He has worked in over 17 countries, working in townships in South Africa and Native American reservation, as well as in high-tech firms in Silicon Valley, including Google and Hewlett-Packard. Peterman has 25 years of experience at Stanford University, serving as a School of Education faculty member, School of Medicine Director of Evaluation, and senior member of Stanford administration. Peterman concurrently serves as a faculty member of Pacifica Graduate Institute and Claremont Graduate University. Peterman is the founder of Empowerment Evaluation and published 17 books, including Collaborative, Participatory, and Empowerment Evaluation, Stakeholder Involvement Approaches. Now, please, let's see the video graphics from Dr. Peterman.
I'm Dr. David Fetterman, president of Fetterman and Associates, an international evaluation firm. I'm also the past president of the American Evaluation Association and the founder of Empowerment Evaluation. I'd like to welcome everyone to the launch of the EvalYouth Mongolia chapter. We as empowerment evaluators really value our youth doing evaluation. In fact, we have a chapter in this book, Empowerment Evaluation, of 4th and 5th graders doing empowerment evaluation very effectively in their schools to make them more inviting, more receptive. It's wonderful to see youth engaged in evaluation and to see how powerful their impact can be because of their insights into how the world works from their perspective. I think all of us as evaluators can continue to make a contribution, a large-scale contribution to society, as long as we broaden our perspective about what evaluation is and what it can do to meet the needs of people throughout the world, including examples like helping to eliminate tuberculosis in India, fighting for food justice here in the United States, having a racial equity lens. There's so much that we have done and can continue to do to make the world a better place. Look forward to seeing you later in the conference. You take care and best wishes.
Thank you, Dr. David Peterman. Now let's see the video greetings from the Dr. Beverly Peters. Dr. Beverly Peters is a program director, measurement and evaluation at American University in the US. She is a specialist in the use of qualitative methods for monitoring and evaluation, writes a blog on qualitative methods for M&E, and it's a regular contribution on this topic for the American Evaluation Association 365 series. She has more than 25 years of experience teaching, conducting research, and managing and evaluating projects in Africa, and is a member of American Evaluation Association's Professional Development Working Group.
Congratulations to EvalYouth Mongolia as you launch your organization. My name is Dr. Beverly Peters, and I am the director of American University's Measurement and Evaluation Program. Although American University is based in Washington, D.C., we are an entirely online program with students from all over the United States and all over the world. I met representatives of the Mongolian Evaluation Association at the American Evaluation Association meeting in New Orleans last year. Learning about your launch, I became very excited for you. And as I look at the founding youth, I see one of the strengths of your organization in your diversity of experiences. I am drawn to the quote from one of your founding members. Evaluation allows us to listen to different voices. This speaks to our work in the measurement and evaluation program. We also center culturally responsive, equitable evaluation in our curriculum. And your centering this will support your success as an organization and your vision to make the world a better place. I support your vision of bringing together youth to learn about evaluation, and I look forward to speaking to the group and to support your learning in the coming months and years. Again, congratulations on your launch. Your hard work has really paid off. I look forward to learning about your successes in the future.
Thank you so much for the video greetings from our international community of evaluators. Now we would like to also welcome our international partners who are joining online right now from EvalYouth Global Network and EvalYouth Asia. So please welcome Ms. Tamara Kabish-Ribalka, who is the Secretariat from at EvalYouth Global Network, Leadership Circle member of EvalYouth Europe and Central Asia. Ms. Tamara.
Yeah, hi, colleagues. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for the opportunity to join today. It's a great pleasure for me to be here. New national chapter launch is always a pleasure for EvalYouth, as it's a sign of the growth of the network. Opportunity for us to reach more young and emerging evaluators and help open up spaces for them, as it is the case in Mongolia. We hope that in the coming years, we can strengthen this network even further. In 2015, 23 young and emerging evaluators started this network, and now we have 8 regional chapters and more than 20 national chapters. We in EvalYouth understand the prime role of capacity development, high quality and professional evaluations to achieve the sustainable development goals. In this sense, we look to promote that youth become technically sound professionals who are prepared for the challenges the future brings, especially now that we have seen many challenges emerging during the COVID-19 pandemics. This trend is now new. In recent times, many calls from the government, UN agencies have been making calls for a greater attention for youth issues, as youth inclusion, participation, and empowerment. However, youth are still often rarely included in the decision-making processes. Youth participation in programs and policies that affect their lives is limited. When young people are included, they're only seen as beneficiaries of such programs rather than right holders or decision makers. For example, until recently, almost all known and reputable evaluation capacity building and training programs, many of them targeting young evaluation professionals, were delivered by senior evaluators with little to no input from the younger generators of evaluators. This scenario, as you see and experience, has changed in the evaluation field during the last few years. Nowadays, youth are active members of WOPIs, and some WOPIs have been working towards the inclusion of youth as part of their boards. Participation of youth in evaluation is a call for social justice, to work on the most pressing issues for humanity as climate change and global goals. We, youth, are eager to make a transformational change, to build back better, to assure a stable and prosperous life for everyone. We want to make the SDGs come alive everywhere, and we understand the potential of evaluation in achieving these goals. We want to achieve real transformations in our profession, and we know we can do it working intergenerational, breaking silos. And in this sense, it's a great achievement and a big challenge to keep working together as a global network, a big and growing community of youth. Hope this brings opportunities for all youth in the country, that spaces open for everyone to achieve transformation. And now I have nothing else to tell but congratulations, youth from Mongolia. We look forward to working in advancing influential evaluation and to reach more ease to become sound professionals. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Tamara. Despite the huge time zone difference, joining online and telling us a very important message. Now we'd like to welcome the EvalYouth Asia team, Ms. Hasiti Samara Singh and Dorothy Maya Albiento, who are co-leaders of EvalYouth Asia.
Hi, can you hear me? Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Dorothy May Albiento. I'm a co-leader at EvalYouth Asia, based in the Philippines. I'm joined today by my co-leader, Hasiti Samara Singh from Sri Lanka. And thank you so much for inviting us to the launching of EvalYouth Mongolia. What we wanted to say is that young and emerging evaluators play a critical role in the evaluation ecosystem. We hold varied roles in a wide array of organizations to support and lead evaluations. But we often hear people say that we, YEs, are the next generation evaluation professionals and future leaders in the evaluation field. But I think that's not entirely true, because YEs are not just the leaders of the future evaluation system. I see many YEs who are leaders and change makers in the evaluation field here and now, leading evaluation initiatives to help strengthen the evaluation systems and structures and contribute towards transformational change at the national, regional, and global levels. Aside from the challenges mentioned by Tamara earlier, aspiring evaluators here in our region in the Asia Pacific are also still challenged with barriers to advance their career in evaluation, including limited academic or training opportunities to develop knowledge and skills to become competent evaluators. There's also the challenge of limited opportunities and platforms to engage and collaborate with other YEs and senior evaluators. And I think Tamara also mentioned this earlier, underrepresentation of YEs in VOPES. These not only prevent us from building the necessary skills and expertise to help meet the demand for high quality evaluations, which are really needed, but it also threatens the sustainability of the field. This is a reality that I know so well because it was something that I experienced myself when I was starting a career in evaluation. And thankfully, I found the EvalYouth Global Network at that time and was fortunate to be part of the pilot run of the EvalYouth Global Mentoring Program for YEs. And that experience became a huge pivot point in my career in evaluation, and also made me think about how I could support YEs who are also experiencing the same challenges that I experienced. And this has led me to become a part of the EvalYouth Asia. Hasidi, over to you.
Thank you, May. So from start to EvalYouth Asia, EvalYouth Asia was established in 2019 as a regional chapter of EvalYouth Global Network to primarily serve as a platform to promote youth involvement in evaluation and to create, to capacitate and empower YEs across Asia Pacific. Since its establishment, we have conducted various capacity building activities for YEs, partnering up with many national, regional, and global level organizations. We are also working closely with YEs at national level, supporting the establishment of national EvalYouth chapters in the region. With you, we now have 11 country chapters in the region. And to this day, like new chapters are still being created in other countries. So we have a further reach out evaluation initiatives to more YEs in the region. And we are delighted to have EvalYouth Mongolia join our growing network of country chapters, providing the needed platform to promote youth involvement in evaluation and supporting the capacity building and empowerment of YEs in Mongolia. We hope that EvalYouth Mongolia will become the voice of all the YEs in Mongolia without any boundaries, and we hope that you will become change makers who bring positive changes to the field of evaluation by unifying all the YEs in the country and connecting them to the region as well as the global. And congratulations for achieving this very important milestone. This is just the start, but we are excited to see how you will inspire, engage, and empower YEs in your country and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our colleagues from EvalYouth Global Network and EvalYouth Asia team. Thank you very much for joining online as well. Now let's move on to our next agenda. For the agenda, I would like to welcome Dr. Ganzorek Konchiksumla. Dr. Ganzorek is the MEA board member, associate professor at the Department of Agricultural and Applied Economics at the School of Economics and Business of Mongolian University of Life Sciences. Dr. Ganzorek will share his inspirational speech.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so I prepared the speech in Mongolian language, and if it's needed to be talked in English, I can do that. But I just quickly use the Google translation by now, and then let's see how correctly they translate. I just edited some of the text. So, but still I want to say these words in Mongolian because it's more meaningful in Mongolian. And after that, I will do in English, okay? Is it okay for you guys? It's especially for the youth, okay? So, okay, so I will talk in Mongolian first and then English. За, өнөөдрийн ёслолын арга хэмжээнд хүрэлцэн ирсэн та бүхэнд энэ өдрийн мэндийг хүргэе. За, Монгол улсын хөгжлийн хурд бидний хүссэн шиг хурдан өсөхгүй, өдөр бүр нийгмийн бухимдал нэмэгдэж, бидний нүд чих болохгүй, бүтэхгүй зүйлсийг байнга харж, сонсож, бид өөрсдийн биеэр энэ бүгдийг мэдэрч туулж байна. Нийгмийн бухимдал нэмэгдэж байгаа нь нийгмийн асуудал нэмэгдсэндээ биш, харин бидний ухаан санаа эрүүлжиж, асуудлыг эргэн харж алдаагаа олж харах, засах, дүгнэх эрүүл ухаан нэмэгдснийх гэж бодож байна. Залуучууд бид төрлөх их орон эхлэлийнхээ алдааг засах, энх тайван ёсор тун хүний сайн сайхан байдлыг нэмэгдүүлэх, ирээдүйн хойч үеийнхээ ам жаргалтай амьдрах нөхцөлийг бүрдүүлэхийн төлөө илүү ихээр хүсэж, мөрөөдөж, тэмүүлж, ажиллаж амьдарч байна. Өнөөдрийн Монгол улсын хөгжлийн олон саад бэрхшээлийн нэг нь өөрсдийн хийсэн ажлыг өөрсдөө хуурамчаар үнэлж, өөрсдийгөө болж байна, бүтэж байна гэж хүлээн нүдээ анин зүтгэх хүмүүс. Тэдгээрийн толгой тогтсон амиа хуваа хичээсэн үзэл санаа босоор байна. Харин үнэн зөвөөр ажиллаа үнэлэх, алдаагаа үнчээр олж тогтоон, хүлээн зөвшөөрч, тасралтгүй суралцах замаар хүн бүр урагшлах ёстой гэж би боддог. Төрийн бодлого яагаад нийгэм эдийн засаг байгаль орчинд эргээр нөлөөлөхгүй байгаа юм бэ? Яагаад агаарын бохирдол замын төвжирэл авилга хээл ахвал төрийн хулгай буурахгүй байна вэ? Яагаад эмнэлэг сургуулийн хүрэлцээ муу, хавдрын ба бусад өвчлөл буурахгүй байна вэ? Бид эдгээр асуудлыг шийдвэрлэх зорилгоор хэрэгжсэн бүх төсөл хөтөлбөр төлөвлөгөө бодлогыг үнэн зөв үнэлж, дүгнэж, алдаан дээрээ суралцаж чадсан уу? Эдгээр асуултанд хариулт аваагүй, эдгээр асуудлыг үнэн зөв тодорхойлоогүй, эдгээр асуудлыг шийдвэрлэх гарц гаргалгаа, үйл ажиллагааг үнэн зөв хянаж, шинжилж, үнэлээгүй тохиолдолд бид цаашид ямар бодлого барих, ямар төсөл хөтөлбөр төлөвлөгөө хэрэгжүүлэхээ мэдэхгүй. Мэдсэн ч тэр нь амьдрал нийцэхгүй асуудал жижигрэх биш, харин томорсоор байх болно. Тиймээс залуучууд өөрсдийн сайн дураар дэлхийн залуу үнэлгээчдийн Монгол дахь салбарыг нээж, энд зүрх сэтгэлээ зориулахаар нэгдсэн нь хөгжлийн саадыг гэтлэх нэгэн том арга зам гэж би бодож байна. Залуу үнэлгээчид улам олон болох болтугай дараагийн үеийн хүмүүс үнэлгээний ач холбогдлыг улам ойлгодог болоосоо бидний болон бидний өмнөх үеийн гаргасан алдааг давтахгүй байгаасаа хөгжлийн бодлого, төсөл, хөтөлбөр тус бүр үнэн зөвөөр хянагддаг, шинжлэгддэг, үнэлэгддэг байгаасаа бид хийхгүй бол хинч хийхгүй, бид л дуурахгүй бол хинч дуурахгүй. Та бүхэндээ бүгдэнд баяр хүргэе. Анхаарал тавьсанд баярлалаа. Монгол орон үрд мандан бодрох болтугай. Okay, so now in English. I'm sorry for repeating myself again and again in different languages, but okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Mongolia's development rate is not growing as fast as we would like. Social frustrations are increasing every day. Our eyes and ears are constantly seeing and hearing them. And we are experiencing all of this with our own bodies. I think that the increase in social frustration is not because of the increase in social problems, but because our minds are becoming healthier. Then we can look back at the problems, see our mistakes, correct them, and evaluate them. The young people want, dream, aspire, work, live more to correct the mistakes of our native country and motherland, to increase peace, morality, and human well-being, and to create happy living conditions for future generations. One of the many obstacles to the development of Mongolia today is people who falsely evaluate their work and they have done, believe that they are succeeding and keeping their eyes closed and the self-centered ideas in their minds. But I think that everyone should move forward by honestly evaluating their work, honestly identifying and admitting their mistakes and continuously learning. Why do government policies give non-positive impacts on society, economy, and environment? Why air pollution, traffic jams, corruption, and government theft are not decreasing? Why are hospitals and schools insufficient and cancer and other diseases are not decreasing? Have we been able to accurately evaluate all projects, programs, plans, and policies implemented to address these issues and learn from our mistakes? If we don't get answers to those questions, if we don't accurately define those problems, if we don't accurately monitor, analyze, and evaluate solutions to those problems, issues, and activities, we don't know what policies to develop and what projects, programs, and plans to implement. Then the problems and issues will continue to grow, not to shrink. Therefore, I think that the young people voluntarily opening the new branch, I would say the EvalYouth chapter in Mongolia, and joining here to dedicate their hearts is great way to break the development barriers. May there be more young evaluators. I hope that the people of the next generation will understand the importance of evaluations more. May we not repeat the mistakes made by us and our predecessors. And I hope that each development policy project program is accurately monitored, analyzed, and evaluated. If you don't do that now, no one will do it. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anzarek, for your inspirational speech. It was very sharp, to the point, very honest speech. Now, I would like to welcome Ertinçime Gülcisuran. She is a founder and president of Mongolian Evaluation Association and the CEO and founder of Cognos International LLC, which is an evaluation and research company.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to see all of you in person and also virtually. So sorry about some technical issues, but really appreciate your patience being with us and witnessing the historic moment of birth of EvalYouth Mongolia chapter. And now I just would like to give you just a couple of slides what's the linkage between Mongolian Evaluation Association and EvalYouth Mongolia chapter. Can you see my Okay, so just a very brief timeline snapshot of how this EvalYouth
this thing landed from the beginning. So in 2012, EvalYouth Partners, which is a combination of UN organizations, different national evaluation associations, they joined and made this group of EvalYouth Partners in 2012. And then in 2015, the first EvalYouth Global Network was established. And then, as Siti said, EvalYouth Asia chapter was established in 2019. And now Mongolia EvalYouth chapter established just before the 2020 ended, which is, I think it was December 23rd of last year. Mongolian Evaluation Association, we have a strategic plan for 2022 and 2026. And one of the strategic goals is to support individual evaluators, including young and emerging evaluators, professional development. More specifically, we pointed out that we would like to create national chapter, EvalYouth Mongolia chapter, because Mongolia is a country of young people, and it's very important to support their capacity building, career development, networking opportunities. And I hope this picture is also self-explanatory that we would like to pave the way for our young and emerging people who are interested in this field, to give them some support needed and to go on this great journey of evaluation together. And also why is a young and emerging evaluator? Many of us are just using this abbreviation, right? So if we look at the membership portfolio of Mongolian Evaluation Association, as of today, we have 83 members, and 13 of them are students. But if we look at the young and emerging evaluator definition itself, it's almost 80% of our members are young and emerging evaluators. Young meaning under 35, emerging meaning if you don't have professional experience in evaluation up to 5 years, then you are considered as emerging evaluator. So if you combine that definition, 80% of our members are young and emerging evaluator. But if we look at specifically the definition of age, 32, i.e. almost 40% of our members are young people. So like when we were developing our strategic plan, we were kind of sure that, okay, we will really support the young and emerging people. But now after 1.5 years, we are still very sure that we had good strategic plans, because when we look at the composition of our members, most of them are young and emerging evaluators. I think, yes, so that's it. But if just since we have some representation of the membership, we have a really global membership portfolio, some from USA, some from Australia, China, and that means also from other cities of Mongolia. That means we really are open to anyone who is interested in this field of evaluation, and we try to minimize as many as possible barriers. Otherwise, even some small barrier could really hinder anyone to join this field. So thank you very much for your attention. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nchimer. And also on behalf of the EvalYouth Mongolia chapter, we would like to say massive thank you. Without MEA, it was not possible to launch this chapter here. So we are looking forward to collaborate with MEA and grow under MEA umbrella together for the upcoming years. Now we have a question and answer session. So we will cut the time to 5 minutes because we run out of time. So I'd like to welcome the comments and any questions on the chat for participating online. Also, I'd like to hear some comments or any questions for participating here at the MEA office. Maybe Dorothy or Tamara or Siti, if you have any comments or questions, we are here to answer them. Or anyone from the audience, because we have also participants who are not the EvalYouth Mongolia chapter founders. So we have different participants who are also here to become the member of MEA as well. They're saying that they're feeling a bit reserved. Maybe they have a lot of questions in mind. So using the time, I would like to also just share some information on what is Eval Partners and what is EvalYouth Asia and what is EvalYouth Global. So EvalYouth Global. During our EvalYouth Asia Mongolia chapter presentation, we mentioned about Eval for Action. So Eval for Action is an international action towards SDG goals. It is partnered under UNFPA, EvalYouth and Global Parliamentarians Forum for Evaluation, and international partners, including Eval Partners, which was formed by independent organization for a cooperation in evaluation. This is the behind story of Eval for Action. So this is the just in between information. So now I would like to welcome here also our now I would like to also here welcome our founders here one by one, and I would like to also hear their impression and experience and story behind how was it launched. Maybe we can start from Bimba. Maybe Sona, you can share your comments here.
Hi, it's me. So, my background is auditing and finance, which is kind of related to evaluation, but in terms of like real life experience, I had none. But since my student years, I was really passionate about the SDGs and other kinds of evaluation topics. So from my early years, I was kind of a really analytical kind of person. And this part of mine and passion towards the SDGs really combined in the EvalYouth chapter. So my connection and passion was connected to EvalYouth Mongolia as well as MEA. Yeah. So I am really looking forward to our future activities as well as EvalYouth week in April. Yeah, and I'm really happy to join this really cool guys. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to learning from the global as well as in local network. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Bimba, for your also story behind why you decided to join EvalYouth Asia and also MEA, Mongolian Evaluation Association. Is there any other comments from the participants or came here? Okay, so I was asked also to share why I decided also to join MEA and EvalYouth Asia. Firstly, I was very happy to know that Mongolian Evaluation Association is establishing soon, and I approached Mr. Tinchimek here over almost a year ago, around like a year ago, and then Mr. Tinchimek explains the objectives and vision of the MEA, and our brief talk inspired me a lot. And then I was following up, joining the activities of MEA, and I was also was happy to know that also there were other youth that wanted to focus the activities toward the youth who will do the evaluation activities and projects, potential projects in evaluation sector. So this was the story of myself, how I joined the organization. So if there are no questions, we would like to now close the session, and also would like to thank a lot for the participants who joined online despite the time zone difference. Also managed your time to come from your offices and home during the cold winter time in Mongolia. And thank you very much. And thank you also so much for the co-leaders and founders of the EvalYouth Mongolia. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.